So fish shoulder width. Let's do swimming on the land. So letting your arms extend out like you're touching the air. See if you can make your hands so sensitive you can feel the air. Where your attention goes, the energy flows. Breathing in, breathing out, breathe in, out, in, out. Just making your stance a little bit wider, about 1.5 shoulder width. Bending the knees, so you're sitting into your stance. It's like sitting on a horse. Make sure your pelvis isn't this way, so you tuck your pelvis under a little bit. Sense of your pelvis tuck into your feet, feeling the tripod in both the feet. Then we reach around, one arm, other hand comes up the inside here. Pull like you're pulling back on a bow. And reaching out with that finger, extending out there. Let this arm rest as this one scoops around. So this one's on the inside here now. Pull. So stretch out. You might feel a bit of a stretch in the arm. That's good. That's fascia and nerve. So let this one drop. Breathe out, breathe in. Just being aware of the torus around your body. Energy field around your body. The part that connects into other people, connects into the environment, connected into all the planets. And just connecting into the sun here. It's as simple as it sounds. You're breathing in, connecting to the sun, just the intention of connecting to the sun, the energy of the sun, the spirit of the sun. Breathing it in. You can imagine the sun around you, and you're inside the sun, just breathing that energy in. So the brightness of spirit. Purity of the higher nature. Every time we do a step towards greater integrity in our deeds, our thoughts, our words, actions, we're connecting more with the higher part of us. And that higher part is actually totally connected to beauty. When we see something beautiful, a spiritual beauty, it's really seeing the higher nature of something. So he's breathing in that spirit, that purity inside of us. especially if you feel you've lost some sense of purity. We're breathing that in. Just breathing out anything that feels dirty, feels unpurified. Breathing it out. Breathing in the energy of the sun, the purity. Breathing out impure. And we bring forward the horizontal torus, so you bring the energy of the sun into your chest, imagining a sun inside your chest. It's connecting to any connection that might have been broken, tarnished, to do with your sense of purity, higher self, higher nature connection. Especially letting it connecting to any softness inside of you. Something that's real strong, has real resilience and strength, is connected to softness. It's a bendable, flexible strength. It needs that softness. And be aware of inside your head, opening and closing the energy, gate in the head. So all you need to do is just open and close your hands. Be aware inside your head, a sense of opening the energy gate, the dantian in the head, close, open, so it stimulates, activates. That's all we're doing here. Some of you might see a lot of colour on the back of your eyelids. You might feel something happening at the third eye, the bar weight pointer, top of the head. You might feel magnetic feeling between your hands. Doesn't matter, whatever it is. Come down to your chest, opening and closing at the chest. So opening and closing the energy gate or the dantian inside the chest here. Letting the chest open, close. Just letting that softness, that renewal feeling, regenerating feeling come back into your body. Then in front of the dantian, lower abdomen, opening and closing that dantian. Just connecting into the earth and to the physical health of the body, connecting into instincts, instinctual mind, gut feeling, connecting into the organs of the body, allowing them to be fed by the practice. And to the perineum, opening and closing the perineum. I usually get a sense of opening and closing the earth between my feet. The perineum and the earth are connected, opening and closing. So we go into Sun T with Trinity posture, head, hands, feet, heaven, men, earth. It means there's a unity of all the pieces unifying together, especially in a central axis. So we'll start off first of all. So I'll do a mirror image to you. So you open up your right foot, so your feet together, open up your right foot, about 45 degrees. We'll start there first. And you feel your body straight, naturally erect with your head, so the chin's a little bit tucked, that balloon's already there pulling you up. Then you bend your hip, bend the knee, just a little bit. So I feel this whole foot take the weight now. Then I step forward. I have my feet about half a fist, so the fist this way between my feet. So I have that to start with. Then I step forward, that's 1 foot. So my heel to heel, 1 foot, heel to toe, that's 2 foot. And I go an extra half. So it's 2.5 foot I step out. The weighting here, I feel now 70% weight here, 70, 30% weight here. So I've got that width in my stance still. So if I brought that foot straight back, I've got about that half a fist versus that kind of fist. So it's 2, 1, 2.5, 2.5. And I feel my body's still vertical. So from the side, it looks like this. So you may feel it in your leg already. This is great. So as I stand here, the pelvis has got that little bit of a tuck. A little bit of a tuck under that way, just like all the stances we've been doing already. We don't lose it just because on one leg. We don't have the pelvis going back like this again. Pelvis tucks, so it has a sense of tucking into the foot here. And from here I feel my head over my shoulders and chest, chest over the abdomen, that's over the pelvis, and then my body rests right in the middle. So I'm not like this. I'm not like this. I'm not leaning forward. Very common with this posture. People do this. Very common they do this too. The pelvis is forward. So I want my body to be vertical. Like a balloon drawing me up, sinking. The body heavy like an anvil. And from here, and if you're doing this really well, your leg's probably caning already. This arm comes up the inside of the leg here. There. So that's under your chin height. Sitting the wrist like that. It's like you're holding a ball here. And if you want to know how to hold that position, it's like you hold a ball with both your hands. So there's a concavity here. You just take one hand away and you have that position. So my knuckles on my center line, in line with my, so like the line in front here. So my hand isn't over here, it's not over here. That knuckle is right on the center line. Other hand just comes around, hangs out just here. Again, sitting the wrist as if it's come from here down to there. My arm isn't touching my body. A little bit of distance, a little bit of space. And I'm looking through here. And to close, so it's a good time to just start with. This front hand turns over, other arm opens out the back, curves in both arms like this, comes in, and push down as you raise up. So the awareness goes down to here. So let's do the other side. So we'll keep going back and forth. So you build this up to minimum 10 minutes. We were doing this for 20 minutes. My record is holding it for 45 minutes without standing up. But I was pretty serious about the practice at the time. So we'll have the feet about that fist between, half a fist. We open your left leg, it'll be my right leg, 45 degrees. Feel the body straight, relaxed. And I sink, I bend the hip, bend the knee. The tripod, take the weight already. My pelvis really is already a bit tucked into that foot. Then I step, that's 1 foot, 2.5. And then I feel my weight 60-40. The knee often wants to do this, so the knee opens. So I'm 60-40. That there is 50-50, even weighting, so you just feel that 50-50, come back a bit, 60-40 till we're 70-30. Don't be 80-20, don't be 90-10. This particular posture doesn't require that. Other ones can and do. This one doesn't require it, at least just yet. This posture is designed to teach you about holding your center, holding the dantian for, this is a form of martial arts, Qigong. Very yang form of Qigong. Make your spirit really strong, make your spine very strong, make your body really strong. And it can activate all the switches to open up a lot of the Qigong inside your body, this one posture. That's why it's so sort of prized. I think it's also why there's hardly any information on the internet. So I've got that position, then I come up the inside line of my leg here, sit the wrist, fingers mouth height, and this arm comes around. So again, the hands as if you're holding a ball like that. Like I've got a ball here, and I'm looking through here. And I just relax into this position. So I've got the bones moved in position. Now I relax the soft tissue around the bones. And what that means is, as you stand for longer, the body gets more tense and it can tighten up, or you become too slack and you start to lose the shape of the arms. So then I've lost the shape that the bones were in. I've relaxed too much, or relaxed too much, relaxed too much. So I'll keep the position of the bones and I'll relax all the soft tissue around them. And I'll open that arm, open this one to the back 45, draw in, push down as you raise up. And give your leg a little bit of a rest, a bit of a shake, just like a dog trying to shake off water. But I'm still present, my mind's still on what I'm doing here. I'm not thinking about dinner, even though I can smell it. So my mind's still on what I'm doing, still staying at least in the room. So let's repeat. We're going to do this over the next few days over a series of steps. There's a lot of internal content inside Sun T. So you've got your feet about the fist between. I'm just going to repeat one side then the other, and then that's it for today. So open up your right side, my left side, 45, body straight, center relaxed down. And I'll sink just a little bit, bend the hip, bend the knee. Pelvis already tucked into my foot. That's 1 foot, that's 2, 2.5. 2.5 of your feet step forward. Maybe we should show that from the side. So heel to heel, 1 foot, 2 foot, 2.5. Pelvis a bit tucked in. So from here, what my pelvis is not doing is being totally square onto you. So my pelvis turns a little bit this way, maybe about 15, 25 degrees, something like that. Get your protractor out if you need to. And the arm comes up the inside of the leg. This is called the tiger's mouth, so we're looking through the tiger's mouth here. Other hand comes around. And I'm looking into the distance, into the horizon as far as I can. Awareness of whatever I can see in the horizon there, but I'm more aware, so my mind, there's a sort of a focus there, but the rest of my focus is on the peripheral. I'm being aware of everything around here. I'm aware of relaxing my body without losing the shape that I'm in. I'm just letting the mind calm. letting it relax. Opening the front hand, back arm opening, draw in, push down as you rise up. And if someone's smoking really close, I find that absolutely disgusting and quite infuriating when you're trying to do a practice to do with breathing or someone's smoking. Anyway, I'm going to channel that fury into Sun Ti. So feet got that width to start. I'm going to set this up from the side this time. So open your left leg, be my right, 45 degrees, sink. And you sink to the height you want to train at. For the beginning, just a little bit is okay, it's probably better. And I step forward, 1, 2.5, and I feel the weight shift. 70, 30. This heel here has no weight. So even though my heel touches the ground, I have no weight in the heel. So it's just pressure in the ball of the foot. And you may find that makes that leg have to work harder, and it does. And the traditional way they describe this, if there was an insect stuck under your foot, it wouldn't be crushed, but it couldn't get out either. So that's the kind of thing. So there's no weight in that heel. This foot has the tripod weighting completely. Body not square, so it's that little bit of a turn, and that turn occurs when you step out. So my body turns a little bit as I step out. Arm up the inside of the leg, about my chin height. Other hand come around. Oh, and I might add, when you're training this, it's okay to stand up, have a rest, keep the arms in position, then sink. Just check you've got the right weighting again. That's a really good way to train Sun Ti actually. When you feel you can't relax anymore, you can't relax downwards, the body just wants to stay stiff, tighten up here, then it's game over, have a rest. Let everything relax again. And sink. You may find with this, a lot of people feel really hot hands, really hot. It's a very yang practice, this one. The yang energy is to do with heat. Then we close. It can be a very nice feeling wash over you when you do this right at the end. So we're closing here. I think part of it too is you just put in so much effort, a bit of struggle. Something naturally builds struggle, sense of struggle, relaxing, being with the struggle, opening the channels in the body, and then everything just can feel really relaxed, easy. And what Sun Ti does, if the idea in Qigong training and martial arts training is that you're going up the mountain, aiming to get to the top, And some practice, a lot of practices go around the mountain like this, and that's good, works real well. Sun Ti and Zhan Zhuang in particular, it aims to go straight up the side of the mountain. So every step feels there's a struggle with every step, but you do a couple of steps and you've already gone a long way. So every time you do Sun Ti practice, do Zhan Zhuang practice, you probably feel there's a sense of accomplishment. You're actually stepping up a spiritual ladder inside. And over the course of weeks, months and years, when you look down inside yourself, you can feel there's quite a lot of change happening inside of me here. Particularly a sense of resilience and strength builds. I dedicate the entire merit of this practice to the enlightenment of all beings in all places and all times. May this be a gift to the world.